Hi there, welcome to Understanding the Stock Market. Today I want to talk about education. What's the perfect education to become a successful stock investor or an investor in the stock market? Many people who works in the stock market has an economic degree of some sort, a higher economic degree, a master degree maybe, or something similar. All the banks and brokers are hiring people with that kind of education. Is it necessary to have that kind of education, to have an economic degree from college or university? Is that the only way to become a successful investor? Of course not. The stock market isn't all about numbers or if you know how to count. That's not that's just a very, very, very small part of it. If you want to be a successful investor in the stock market, the most important thing to understand and to have knowledge about is not numbers or figures. It's what affects the stock market. And what is affecting the stock market? Well, you can look at it as the stock market is reflecting everything that's happening in the world. Not just economics, but politics, geopolitics, whatever. Everything is affecting the stock market. And if you're gonna be a successful investor, you have to understand that you can understand everything. There isn't an easy way to understand how the stock market will be tomorrow or the next week, the next month, the next year. There isn't any education that can give you the answer to that question. So, what kind of education do I mean? If it's not economics, what is it then? Well, it's no education at all, I would say. It's your own thinking and your own eyes, your own ears, and how you connect everything together with each other. Everything that happens in the world right now, you put that together and make predictions for yourself. What will happen in the future, in the near future, and in the far future. If you can do that, if you can understand how things are put together, how they affect each other, different things in the world, not just your own country, you have to think the world, Earth. You put all that things together and connect it to companies in the stock market. Then you can, then you have well, a kind of ground education, or how do you say it, base education. And then you need a lot of different other things. It's good to understand figures, numbers, to count, to understand how to read about revenues and profits and all of that kind of stuff. But you don't have to be an expert in that field. I'm not an expert in that field. I have learned everything for myself. I have no degree in economics. I have a degree in social care. That's probably not what you have guessed. Why am I in the stock market with a degree in social care? Well, they have nothing to do with each other really, but the education was wide, and it opened up my eyes for a lot of different things that I haven't thought about before. And that's just what I mean. The more you can see, the more you can hear, the more things you can put together, understand how different things affect each other, and connect that to companies, and to understand what the companies are doing, predict their future, then you can become a good investor. I love numbers. I love figures. I love to to analyze different companies and their numbers. Do you say numbers or figures? I don't know. You understand what I mean? And to connect that, I always do predictions about the future for the economy at large or wide. You understand what I mean? I'm not an expert in English, that's for sure. Well, that's what I do when I buy stocks. I look into the future. What will happen in the next year? What will happen in 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years? How will the economy in the world, and in my own country, but in the world mainly, develop? What will happen? That's what I think about. And what stocks are cheap right now? And I connect that to different kind of events and things that are happening in the world right now. Wars, poverty, inflation, interest rates, and news. how the news are talking about or reporting about the stock market, for example, and the economy. I put all the things together, and then I think to the future, in the future. I think ahead, what will happen next, and what will happen after that, and after that. I always try to be ahead in my own thoughts. I don't think about what is happening right now on the stock market. I'm thinking what will happen next. And I try to think the opposite of what other people thinks, or what other people are thinking. And to do that, I don't need a degree in economics. I need an open mind. I need open eyes. I need open ears. I need common sense. I need to be logic and calm. That's what I need to be. I don't need a special kind of education. That's not what I need. I need to be good at analyzing things and predict the future. And to do that, I have to understand what is happening right now, what will happen in the near future, what will happen in the far future, how can that affect the companies in the stock market, and what stocks are cheap at the moment and will increase a lot in the near future or after that. That's what I'm thinking about. So if you don't have a degree in economics, don't worry about that. You don't need one. It's good to be to like numbers or figures, but that's just a small part of it. You don't need an education for that. You need an interest in figures or numbers. Okay, I think I stop there. I hope you understand what I mean, and I hope you want to watch some other videos of mine when I'm talking about understanding the stock market. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye.